We are going to focus on cylinders and prisms today. So let's look at cylinders. What is a cylinder? Who can tell me what a cylinder is? Circle on top. Okay, so give me an example. A can is a fabulous example of a cylinder. Okay? A can is a great example of a cylinder. We're going to draw a cylinder. Just do the best you can. Now, our general formula for volume of a cylinder is volume equals big B times little h. Where this B is the base area, or the area of the base. What shape is my base for a cylinder? It's a circle, right? The base of a cylinder is a circle. Who knows the formula for area of a circle? Pi r squared, I heard it. Okay, so you should know the area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared. So for cylinders, really this big B is going to be replaced with pi r squared. But that big B stands for the area of whatever your base is. Okay? So if I give you some information from this cylinder, we should be able to find the volume. So the volume equals, again, the big B stands for the base area. So pi times the radius squared. What is the radius? 5. Oh, okay. So 5 squared times, and this is the height of the entire cylinder. What is the height of the entire cylinder? 11. Okay. So we literally just plugged in the radius and we plugged in the height. Now I'm going to give you some fabulous news. You get to leave your answer in terms of pi, which means you don't actually have to multiply pi into your number, like your equation. So all I need to know, I know 5 squared is 25, so I need to know what 25 times 11 is. $275, thank you. So the volume is 275. Now we don't get to lose that pi. We're going to put pi in our answer. So 275 pi. Can anyone tell me what they think the units are? Meters cubed. It's volume, so your units will always be cubed. Okay. This is your final answer. So just like with trig, your calculator does all the hard work for you, which means I need to know what you're plugging into your calculator.
So just like that.
So this step tells me what you plug into your calculator. This tells me your final answer. Okay? While I am not expecting or asking you to multiply pi out, you do need to understand that if there's a state test or something like that, this may not be the answer, and you might have to multiply by pi. What is pi? 3.14, or if you have a fancy calculator, there's a pi button somewhere.
Do you have a pen? Oh yeah, there is. It's the right there.
Oh, I see it. Oh, goodness. I'm old. Okay, so you actually have a pi button that you can use, which gives you an exact answer or a more exact answer, or you can multiply by 3.14. Again, I'm not asking you to do that, but you need to know how to do that. Are we okay?
3.14.
Okay. I'm going to give you another cylinder that I would like you to find the volume of. Because it wants to be. Okay. I want you to find the volume of this cylinder. So volume equals, again, it's pi times the radius squared. What are you given?
6, the whole thing.
The diameter, which is the whole thing. To find the radius, we divide the diameter by 2. So the radius is 8. What is the height of the entire cylinder? 4. So I know 8 squared is 64. 64 times 4, 256 pi. Don't lose that pi. And then my units are feet cubed.
Is this as hard as this lesson gets, or is it going to get harder?
This is pretty much it. Okay? Are we okay with cylinders?
Yep.
Let's move on to prisms. Okay. Can someone tell me what a prism is? Okay, a 3D rectangle, I'll take that. A pyramid is a pyramid, so that's not a prism.
A 3-dimensional polygon?
A 3-dimensional polygon? Okay. How about a box?
It's like a Jenga.
Okay, a Jenga piece. The Chromebook cards. Like, it has like a top, you can have like a top and a bottom, right? A prism's gonna kind of pop up like a box. You can put stuff inside of it. Okay? So, I'm gonna draw one of the most basic prisms. You ready?
Yeah.
This is where everyone's getting excited.
I remember my grandma told me how to draw these. It's a good thing I have.
Okay. If you have a different way to draw it, that's fine. This is how I know how to draw it. Okay? So this is, guys, I need you to stop talking. This is a prism, or an example of a prism. We're going to see a few different ones. So this one happens to be, or looks like at this point, a cube. You don't know because we don't have any numbers. Okay. Now, the general formula for volume of a prism is big B times little h, where B stands for base area. So it's exactly like a cylinder, because a cylinder is still considered a prism. It's just a special prism. Now there are a couple different types of bases that you are going to see with prisms. So let's talk about the different types of bases. You are going to see a square. So we're going to need to know the area of a square. We're going to need to know the area of a rectangle. And we're going to need to know the area of a triangle, because you will see all of those bases with prisms. So let's start with a square. What is the formula for area of a square? Length times width. I will take that. You can call it base times height if you want to. Length times width. Doesn't matter. What about for a rectangle? Length times height, length times width, base times height, however you want to call it. It's the same thing as a square. Who remembers the formula for area of a triangle? Okay, base times height divided by 2. I'm going to write it as 1/2 the base times the height. Either way is fine. Okay, so those are the different types of bases that we will see with our prism. Now let me give you some numbers, and you can tell me what type of base you have with this prism.
Square.
It's a square base, right? Because the sides are the same. So if I want to find the volume of this prism, it's going to be volume equals, well, my base area is length times width. So the length times the width, which is 3 times 3. And then what is the height of the entire prism? 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 27 inches cubed. Okay, that one's relatively straightforward. The next couple are not so straightforward, so we need to make sure we pay attention on the next couple. Are we okay with that prism though? Okay, I'm going to draw the next prism slowly so that you can do your best to follow along. Do we see the 3 dimension in this one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so this would be like a slice of pie, if the pie was like cooked perfectly, like flat, or a slice of pizza. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the base, what shape is the base of this prism? A triangle. Okay, do we see the top and bottom of the triangle? Okay, now here's something special that you need to know. For triangles, because we said that the formula is 1/2 the base times the height, right? The base and the height of a triangle create a 90-degree angle. Super important. So for instance, I can have a triangle that looks like this, but my base and my height create that 90-degree angle. They are attached to the 90-degree angle. Or I can have a triangle that looks like this. But again, my base and my height create that 90-degree angle. Super important. So as I give you some information, you may have information that you don't need. Okay, so the base and the height create a 90-degree angle, and then you also have your height of the prism. So let me give you information. We're going to do it together, but I want you to think about it as we go through. This is a 6.1 down the middle. So we've all agreed that the base of this prism is a triangle, right? Okay. So we're using the volume of 1/2 the base times the height of the triangle. What is the base and the height of my triangle? 10 and 6.1. Kendall, why did you choose 10 and 6.1?
Because where you can see the triangle, just the base of the triangle is 10, and then where the 90-degree angle is 6.1.
10 and 6.1 create the 90-degree angle. Do you see that? Okay, so 10 and 6.1 create that 90-degree angle. So there's my base area. What is the height of the entire prism? 3. It pops up 3 kilometers. So you're going to plug that into your calculator. 10 times 6.1 times 3, and then divide it all by 2. What do you get for the volume of this prism? 91.5 kilometers cubed. This last prism has been the hardest for classes today. Okay, so we did 10 times 6.1 times 3, all divided by 2. Are we okay with that one? Okay, this one I'm going to give you, and I want you to see if you can figure it out on your own or with your group. Okay, I'm going to draw it slow again, though, so you can draw it with me. So I want you to take the information you've learned and see if you can find the volume of this prism. So with your group, I want you to decide what the base is, what shape the base is, and then see if you can pull the proper numbers, because there's more information than you need, but you also have everything you need. Okay? The volume. So, first things first. We need to determine, please don't say anything out loud yet, we need to determine what shape the base of this prism is. Okay, so in your brain, I want you to think, look at it real quick, what is the base of this prism? That is step 1, because once you know the base, then we should be able to fill everything else in. Everyone have what they think it is? Who is confident in their answer? Bella, what do you say the base of this prism is? No, like what shape?
Oh, I didn't know you asked me that. Okay, let's see. Square.
No. Myra. Okay, did you hear what she just said?
Yeah.
It is a triangle. So let's think about this real quick. Now, hold on. Okay, hold on. Shh. So let's go back to this prism for a second. The bottom is a square and the top is a square. Remember we said it's a box. If I flip it over, the top and bottom still is square, right? Here, I have a slice of pizza. The top and the bottom is still a triangle. This is still a slice of pizza. It's just turned on its side. The top and the bottom is still a triangle. I will give you a hint and say that if you see a triangle, it's going to be a triangle. Okay? So your base will be a triangle if you see a triangle. Now, okay. So with that being said, we have 1/2 the base times the height of the triangle. What is the base and the height of the triangle?
The height is 8 and the base is 6.
Okay, so 6 and 8. Right? 6 and 8 is the base and the height. Does it really matter which one's the base and which one's the height? No, because you're multiplying. So if you said that 8 was the base and then 6 was the height, that's okay. That doesn't matter. So I have everyone okay with the area of a triangle? What is the height? Now this is careful. What is the height of the entire prism? How much does it rise up? 8. Which 8, Leah, are you talking about? The top 8 or the bottom 8? The bottom 8. So if you look at this carefully, you see a slice of pizza or pie and it rises up this 8 yards. Do you see that? This is the trickiest part about this lesson, is really just we're figuring out where the numbers go. Okay? Now in your calculator, 6 times 8 times 8 all divided by 2 gives you what? 192 yards cubed. Okay? Hold on. I also think that it will be helpful that pretty much from here on out, everything will be like printed. The pictures will be drawn for you instead of you having to copy what I drew. Even though my drawings are fabulous, it's easier to see if it's printed. Okay? Questions, comments, or concerns?